Okay, so this is the last little piece of the carbon cycle. We are being very brief because you are kids and you just want to be aware that climate change, carbon and carbon cycle cannot really be separated. Carbon cycle is always an integral part of not just climate over the history of Earth, but also life as a whole, as we know. And here in this podcast, we just look at the various buckets of carbon. Ocean bottom has a lot of carbon that can stay there for a long time because it is far away from human reach for now. Ocean water itself has various forms of carbon dioxide dissolved in it, floating around in it. Life is there in the oceans as well, and they carry carbon up and down and so on. Photosynthesis happens in the oceans as well. In fact, just about as much photosynthesis happens in the ocean as on land. And soils have carbon, but human beings are perturbing it a lot. Urbanization, deforestation, building roads, etc. And of course, there is also carbon in the air. And there are exchanges between them. So, carbon is coming out of the land into the atmosphere. We are taking out carbon from the earth as fossil fuels, oil, gas, coal, etc., and burning it and converting it back into CO2 and so on, and putting it back into the atmosphere, which then goes into the ocean, and the ocean releases some CO2, just because as the air blows over the oceans, there is exchange of gases between the ocean and the atmosphere, and also land and atmosphere, and so on. So these are called fluxes. If you imagine really a bucket, water falling in is like a flux, and it could be leaking on the other side. That's a flux. But what's in the bucket is called a reservoir. It's a tank. So you have a lot of storage of carbon in many buckets in the ocean, in the water, under the ocean, inland, in the soil, in the vegetation, in the atmosphere, and there are fluxes going from each, one box to the other. And the time scales matter. Some buckets keep the carbon for a long time. We call geologic time scales, and some of them are exchanging quickly, and so on. All these things matter when we want to study climate change and carbon cycle and our impact on the carbon cycle and climate, right? So listen to it. Let me know how you feel about all this information. All right.